You're listening to Career Ready, and I'm Coach K. Getting you ready for your corporate career. Yesterday, we touched on the 4 key related people skills, which were 1. Problem solving, 2. Negotiating, 3. Relationship building, and 4. Flexibility. Just a reminder here before we continue that you don't have to worry if you've missed any previous sessions, because you can catch up at your own pace and in your own time by subscribing to my YouTube channel at Hello Coach K. All podcasts are uploaded weekly. But now for why we're here today. Let's get started and unpack what is required for you to develop these 4 skills. Number 1 was problem solving. During our first week of the Essential Soft Skills series, we covered critical thinking. Do you remember the 6 steps to critical thinking in session 2? Well, that is a great step-by-step guide on how you can begin to identify a problem and work your way to many viable solutions. When it comes to problem solving as a people skill though, this has a lot to do with how you're able to engage and relate to the other person, to empathize with them, and then resolve the identified problem. So keep these things in mind when problem solving for others. A. Do you need a permanent solution to the identified problem? B. If so, does that permanent solution need to happen now? C. Is it your job to resolve the problem or just to communicate it to those who can? And D. Does the person even want you to resolve the problem? Or would just providing an empathetic ear do the trick too? Do you see how critical thinking, communication skills, and understanding what is the most appropriate responses are all related to problem solving? 2 was negotiation skills. Because we all have different personalities, how we negotiate might not look or sound the same, but there is a general understanding or good practice to negotiating. Today, I wanted to highlight how you should be thinking about this. A. There is no loser. Negotiating is not about you winning, but rather leaving the table with all parties satisfied. So you have already lost if your intention is to make the other person a loser. B. Understanding is crucial. Seek first to understand before being understood. This is one of the mantras my husband lives by and has taught me too over the years. Once you know what the other person actually needs, wants, or values, it is far easier to negotiate to a mutually beneficial compromise. C. There is no room for overconfidence. Have you ever started a conversation with somebody who thought that they were smarter than you? How did that make you feel? Did that make you want to make any kind of deal with them, or did you want to deny them any kind of compromise to prove a point? The latter is probably true. So there is no space at the negotiation table for overconfidence or boastfulness. Number 3 was relationship building. You will be working with people all through your career, whether in person or virtually. Here are my top biggest lessons to relationship building I learned throughout my career. A. Build relationships with people and not their titles. It's people who will remember your impact and value, not the role they occupied. Don't underestimate someone's value or power simply because they do not hold an esteemed position. B. Know what you stand for. If you know what you stand for, you will be able to set better boundaries for yourself and avoid being taken advantage of. C. There is a time and place for everything. We are all still human, even in the workplace, and can make mistakes. So be considerate and gentle in your approach on how you deal with other people's mistakes and shortcomings. And lastly, number 4 was flexibility. You will need to equip yourself with coping mechanisms to help you deal with unexpected challenges in the workplace. Here are a few ways that you can do that. A. You can focus on your primary functions. B. You can plan ahead. C. You need to have contingency plans. And D. You need to stay calm. And with that, we close the Essential Soft Skills series, guys. It has been amazing facilitating the series with you all these past few weeks. I hope that the information and tools you've learned during this time will help you empower your purpose. That's it from me today. Thank you so much for joining. You can continue the conversation with me on LinkedIn by following my hashtag QM Career Coaching, or on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as well at Hello Coach K. Or if you prefer, you can send me an email at info@hellocoachk.com. See you next time.